talkincrazy88. Back again with another podcast live stream for you on the balcony. Another edition on a Friday night cigar and thoughts. How's everybody doing on this beautiful start of the Labor Day weekend? Hope everybody's doing very well. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. The cigar of the evening is a hand rolled cigar from my favorite cigar shop up out in City Island. It's their own brand, but I kind of like it. Go ahead and let y'all take in the view of the skyline, rock skyline. You know, I was just driving around after work, and just to clear my thoughts, just driving around different places in the Bronx. And also listening to some live streams. And I was listening to the Cart Before Horses, the single by choices. Now, those boys break down. They're really getting in Kendra G's ass about some of the women that come on this show, the men and the women that come on this show. I remember they used to do, reaction videos on the Pop the Balloon before Arlette shut that shit down because she went commercial. Of course, she got to protect her copyright. She got to protect her trademark, her copyright, her intellectual property. She has to protect it. But I will say something about dating shows like that. But I rarely talk about dating other people's content. Well, react towards it. But I'll just give my opinion on it. It's just another way for black women to humiliate black men. But on the Cart Before Horses, they just the Cart Before Horse production. Mr. X, Gavin X, and Mr. Walker. I like Mr. Walker's shirts. I gotta find out where he gets his shirts, man. Because we have the same taste in shirts. You know, I wouldn't want it that tight, but hey, we have the same taste. But I'll tell you this: they were doing a reaction video. They were doing a reaction show on Cam Newton 2.5 hour interview with Joy Taylor. And I'm not gonna beat up on her too much because I'm not gonna beat her up at all. Because this is a woman that's damaged. Along the way she was damaged. Okay? Along the way from her upbringing to her career, she was damaged. And now she's become an embittered old woman. She's on the precipice of it. I can't say happy because who the hell is really happy in this life? I'm not completely 100% happy. I'm more content where I am in this life. I understand that I don't have that much years left. Because I'm in my 50s, I don't have that much time left. I don't have that much years left. I'm conceding that I don't. I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. But I'm just thanking God, and I'm thinking it's a blessing, to be healthy, and make it through this life without any significant health problems, make it to my 50s without any real health issues. And I'm thankful, and I'll never be ungrateful about having 2 legs, operable legs, 2 arms, and able to breathe, able to move around, no significant health issues. All right? And I'm not looking forward to it, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, thank God, that's a blessing. I'm going to continue taking care of myself. Even though I like an occasional cigar when I talk to you. I don't smoke cigars every day, but occasionally, because it is a very, very expensive habit. But, you know, I like to indulge whenever I can. Also got to cut down on the alcohol and the liquor. I'm going to probably have to start a dry month, probably after the football season. I should have did it this summer, but whatever. But this woman is, let me go back to Joy Taylor. She has a hatred for me. She has a hatred for regular guys like myself, and she also, because she can't get with a guy like me, and she has a hatred for the men that are in power, because the men in power don't have any feelings or emotional feelings for each other. See, when she got into it with Jason Whitlock, which was really unprovoked and really unjustified, because I don't know, you know, I don't like the guy. I don't really like talking about Jason Whitlock. I think he's a pompous blowhard that loves, and a coward that is fuel for the white nationalists. I think that's what he is. I think that the white nationalists is using him and his talking points as a way of a shield for their organization, organization. Just switch Jason Whitlock with Rush Limbaugh, I mean, you pretty much have the same person. Although I used to like Rush Limbaugh. Yeah. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with none of what he says, but I'll listen. But that was unwarranted, the way she was talking about this man. All he said was, I had to stay away from her because she had them peanut butter skin and them big cans. And she does have some big ass titties, but let me just break this down to you. Why regular guys should leave this bitch alone. You shouldn't be fawning over her because she's a miserable person. She's miserable inside. She had to sell herself. She had to sell herself to the devil in order to get to where she was, and the devil took it away from her. That's what the devil does. All right? They give you what you want until you can't handle it anymore, and then they'll take it away from you. So the devil got her soul. And she doesn't know how to cope. Look at her body language during that interview. She didn't want to really be there. She didn't want to talk to Cam Newton. She wasn't excited to be there. She wasn't excited to go over her curriculum vitals. And if I didn't know better, I think that a woman like that, she exhibited the signs of someone that's going to possibly delete herself. Not now, but probably in the next 5 or 10 years when she really becomes a nobody. And nobody's talking about her. All right? I think that's the direction she's going, because unless something gets a hold of her, like Christ or God or Christ or whatever gets a hold of her. Now, if you're not into religion, God and the devil and all that, get the fuck off my channel right now. Just get the fuck out. All right? It's not for you. It's not for you. Because I do believe there is a creator. I do believe that there is evil influences. There are influences out there in this world that will make you do evil things. That's why you have people now murder you for a dollar. There are people that are kind to criminals. Me, I don't know. When I meet my maker, I don't know where I'm going to be in this world. Maybe I'm going to be in heaven or hell, or maybe walk the earth as a spiritual angel. Who knows where I'm going to be when I leave this planet, when I leave this life. But all I can tell you is that Joy Taylor, I don't know. I'm going to be praying for her. I'm going to be praying for her soul, because she's lost. And this is the reason why I don't want anybody to be too hard on her, because she did what she had to do to get to where she is. And the funny thing about fame, because I've never really experienced fame, and I don't think I'll ever will, is that once you experience, this is what I heard from one celebrity. They said, a former celebrity. They said, Justine Bateman. I was looking at an interview with her. Still fine as hell at 60 years old. She says that fame has moved on from me. And that's what it eventually will do. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've seen. Because let me tell you something, 100 years from now, nobody's going to give a fuck about Joy Taylor. Much less 5 years from now. Because we're all just passing through. We're just all passing through. We're all just passing through in this life. Why not enjoy it? Why not have some fun? Why not enjoy it? Why not enjoy the people around you? I don't know this bitch, nor do I care to know her. If I were to see her walking down the street, I'm certain my dick wouldn't get hard. But I will say this. Even though she's a fine motherfucker, but there's many, many, many women out there that are fine like that, and it's just miserable. Like the bitch that I did. Like the bitch that I did earlier this year in March. 44 years old, still begging, still trying to be that sugar baby, still trying to capture that fame, fortune. Try to become a celebrity at 44. And I'm certain that if she were to work hard, she would attain it. But I don't see it. Because she's not that person that would work hard to get to where she was, to get to where she wanted to go. I mean, think about it. Maury Povich, he was broke up until his 50s. He didn't start making money until he was in his 50s. With that TV show, The Current Affair, which I used to watch all the time, that was a big time hit. And he parlayed that into the Maury Show back in the early 90s, which lasted up until the 2020s. And that man is still working hard at 80, 85 years old. He's working more. He did more at 9 a.m. than I did all day today. See, young brothers, that's how you got to get into that habit of working. You got to get up and start working at 6 a.m. You got to start your day at 4 a.m. You can't just sit around spinning your wheels. You just got to get your ass up and start and go to work. Be addicted to work instead of video games and bitches and hoes. Because that's what Joy Taylor is. She is a certified hoe. And I'm going to get into it tomorrow about the different types of hoe, because all women are whores. at one level or another. There are dinner whores. There are there there are whores that need rides. Because they ain't got no car. There are whores that need their light bill paid every month. Their mortgage paid. Yeah, they're selling pussy because, look, Coach Greg Adams said it best. Women have sex for a variety of reasons. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's love. Okay? So you can't take it personal if a bitch gives you some pussy and you just fall in love with that bitch. No, that bitch ain't in love with you. She like you for the moment. Until she finds something that's wrong with you. Until she finds out about you and finds something wrong with you. But yeah, most of the women, you'll be surprised, have sold some pussy in exchange for monetary gifts, trips, light bill paid, mortgage paid, car note paid, buying a car, selling pussy to get a car. What do you think that I'm in a bind, Nate? Some other time, Stoney. She was selling pussy to get her brother into USC, the tuition money to go to USC. And it turns out that he didn't even get into the school because he's lied. And that's another thing, fellas. Never lie. Do not lie. I wish I had learned this lesson when I was younger. You always tell the truth. Stand on truth, man. Because when you lie, you're lying to yourself. You're in delusion. You become a delusion. You're in Delulu land. And not only that, nobody can trust you because you're in another world. You're in a different world than reality. You're not in reality. The way I see it, when you lie, you steal. When you steal, you kill. Okay? When you're desperate, you can't find that job, man. You better get the fuck up and do something. See, women are the only people on this planet that can sell their pussy to make the rent. You see what I'm saying? They're the only ones that can sell their pussy to get book money when they're in college. They're able to do it because, let me tell you something. Whatever they're selling, somebody's going to buy it. Even that old lady down the street, that old 75-year-old woman, that you don't think that she's able to sell pussy, her pussy ain't working, or pussy doesn't. Somebody's buying that pussy. I'm going to tell you right now. So yeah, Joy Taylor, she can never be with a regular guy. She might have to be, if she has to go back to her regular lifestyle. She ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it unless she finds something that's fulfilling for her. Like owning a business or owning a flower shop or something. A home decorating. Going back to school and learning something. Learning a different skill set. Because the media, she's gonna be blackballed because she was out there, she sued Fox. She was in a lawsuit with Fox. And nobody's gonna touch that bitch because she was selling pussy to get a job. For a job. She broke up her marriage because she was selling pussy, to get a job. See, that's what these bitches be doing. And here's how you can avoid that, fellas, man. Don't buy the pussy. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't take it personal. Don't be emotional about it. Because those bitches don't like you like that. Bitches don't really like you. They like the sex, but they don't really like you. Trust me. Let's see who's that. Everybody wants to know where I am. I'm not telling you where I am so you can come over to my house. No, fuck that. Fuck that. What's up, everybody who checked in, but I'm not telling you where I am. Just know that I am in New York, okay? That's all you need to know. I'm in New York enjoying this cigar. But like I said, man, this is the reason why I talk about it. I talk about women like this because I wish this is 20, 30 years of wisdom that I trial and error and learn behavior. Now, can you be successful with women? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can. You don't need no damn dating coach to help you either. You just got to go out there and open up your mouth. Say little. Let the bitch talk to you. Let the bitch open up her mouth because them bitches love talking. Trust me. They'll give out information on themselves, man, that you can use against them. Like that bitch back in March. I knew she was a hoe when she opened up her mouth. I knew she wasn't shit. See, let's go back to the bitch who messed me up series. I mean, a lot of y'all probably heard my stories about going back around 2003, you know, moving a bitch from Kansas City down to Florida. Fucking up my credit for the next 10, 20, 15 years. Had to go bankrupt at 29 years old. Didn't recover until I was 39 years old. Didn't fully recover until I was in my 40s. Okay? Credit-wise. I want you to understand this, people. My 40s to actually recover. I was like 20 years too late to realize my dreams. My dreams were deferred for 20 damn years. Because I allowed a bitch. It wasn't a bitch. It wasn't a bitch itself. I allowed the bitch. Because I didn't know nothing. I was ignorant. I had a father, but I had a father that was married at 19 years old and did not understand or have the knowledge of some of these punk ass bitches out there who ain't shit. I was with a bitch that wasn't shit. That didn't want shit. That wanted that had the same characteristics of the bitch that I dated this month in March. Excuse me, in May of this year. She was lazy, didn't want to work, didn't want to do anything with her life, had all these goals and aspirations of being an artist, but don't want to put the damn work in. This. And I ran into a whole lot of artists and entertainers that's always hustling. That's always hustling. That's always getting gigs. That's always putting their music out there, their poetry out there. They're putting their shit in books and their pens out there. They're in people's faces all the damn time. Hustling. They wasn't sitting at home working some penny ante bullshit job, coming home smoking weed all day, hustling men for meals, hustling men that they didn't like for meals. Okay? Hustling men for espresso martinis. Spending $300 a month on a gym membership at Equinox and not making any connections. Not doing shit. Then trying to hustle somebody to go to bartending school. Bar damn tending school. When you can go, let me say this, when my boy could have taught her for free. Just on the slide. I've known bartenders. I've been around bartenders, man. I could have hooked you up, man. If you know the basics, they'll train you for free. They'll just say, look, go on behind this bar and go on behind this bar, but you're going to be working for tips. You better know what you're doing. Let me just say this. It's not a bad, this cigar is not that bad, really. It's a Dominican roll. I was looking for the other Dominican cigars that my boy had over at the shop. He didn't have it anymore. So, oh well. So I'm gonna have to call my boy to get a real Cubans tomorrow. And I'm just gonna have that. I'm just gonna get those cigars. I'm just gonna have those cigars and just put it in my humidor and break it out on special occasions. I'm not smoking my Cohibas. I'm not doing shit. No, fuck that. Fantasy. Let me see how much time left because I gotta watch some college football. 28 minutes in. All right. Leah Eden, what's up, baby? Nick, what's going on? I'm not telling you where I am. All right, let me go ahead and cut this short. I'm gonna finish up my cigar, go watch some college football. Hey, y'all be easy out there, all right? Y'all take it easy. This is Talking Crazy 88, and I am out of here. And black folks, let's be careful out there, all right? And stop hoeing.